actually like the third time in the past year that I've taken CPR. The first one I did at a camp. You did like the written quizzes and you watched the video and stuff with the group. And then the second one we had a paramedic come in and I did it with my mom and her staff. And that was just the videos, and then you did the one out in the hall, like practice. We didn't take any quizzes or anything. But I like this one a lot better because you can take it at your own pace and you get to do it with all your friends and stuff. It's a lot more fun.
I took it at Red Cross.
This is the first time I've ever had a CPR class. I took one at church.
I have not ever taken a CPR class before.
I have never taught a CPR class before.
I have not ever taught a CPR class before.
It's been sort of fun to watch them pick up all the little steps and correct each other, and they learned quicker how to do all the stuff than I remember ever doing with the stuff because they're studying all the time anyways, so they picked it up pretty quick. It was pretty cool.
I like this one a lot better because I'm learning more and it's more hands-on and more practice.
This was pretty fun. It's always something you can use. It's good on a resume.
It was a really good experience. I'm actually an EMT. I was a trained EMT. So I really wanted to do this and bring it into the health class because I know how important it is for people to be able to respond with life-saving abilities, and I really wanted my kids to have this opportunity to learn how to do that. And given my background, I thought it'd be a good thing for me to do for them.
I enjoy the actual, practicing the best.
I like to do the practicing on the times too, because I get to do them with my friends.
I think I like doing the AED because it's fun to listen to it tell you exactly what to do and you don't have to think about it.
Actually doing the practice and training.
That was really fun.
I had a lot of fun in this class. I like the hands-on doing stuff. And I also like kind of like watching the videos, watching them kind of funny. Doing the hands-on training with
The CPR unconscious, when after someone has choked, you gotta make sure you're not screwing something up.
And this was nice because I could do it on my own, I could do it fast, I could do it slow, I could look back and check at all the videos that I hadn't watched previously or needed to see again. And it was all well explained. I didn't feel like it was really any different than being in the classroom, except I got to do it at my own pace.
Just after doing the training and testing just a few of the kids so far, they know the answers before I even ask them. And they were so enthusiastic about learning how to do this. They were really excited about it and pumped up, and they're bragging to the other kids. I have kids who aren't even in my health class coming up to me and asking me if they can just learn how to do this CPR. So it's really cool. The kids really like it.
I do feel like the school will be a safer place with students who are trained in CPR, and it gives the students a lot more confidence also. It was interesting because there were just a small group of students in the health class that were going to take the CPR class. It was required for them, of course. But there were some students that had study halls during those times, and they wanted to know if they could come in and take CPR training also, because the students were excited about, the potential of being able to save somebody's life. So it's been a really good thing, and it's been inspirational actually to many of our students. I'm sure we'll continue the program year after year, and we'll probably make it part of our regular health class curriculum.
I feel like I have a lot of experience and I would know a lot of what I'm supposed to do, and I'm sure there's others around that would be able to help me.
I think so. Yeah, I think I would be too. I would just have to overcome nerves. That would be my biggest issue.
Yeah, I think that if it did happen, I'd know.
Yeah, I feel like if I was out in the park somewhere, I would feel confident enough to give CPR to someone.
Yeah, I would feel confident enough to do CPR.
I feel like I would be adequately prepared if I ever ran across someone who was unconscious and needed CPR. I think the online videos really did prepare me for what it was more going to look like then. But if I had just heard it, it would have been, the videos really did help.
Well, the program is set up really great. I really like the online system for them at home. I showed the videos in class because I wanted to make sure that I could stop the videos and kind of go over some things with them in class first. So we watched the videos as a class, and then they went home and they did the online quizzes after the videos and then did the tests on their own. And that worked out wonderful in my class for me as a teacher, because then I had You know, it only took up a few classes for me to show those videos and talk about them, and then they could go home and they could test them on their own. So it was set up very nice for that.
First of all, we have not done any student teaching of CPR. This is the first year that we've ever taught CPR to our students in any way, in any of the programs. But after implementing the program, our teacher was like, you know, I really want to be able to do the evaluations in-house also. So our health teacher and our English teacher, right next door to her, they both decided to go and take the testing to become evaluators. And then we needed mannequins for doing the evaluations of the students. So I called the fire chief here in town and asked if they had any mannequins that they could help us find, and he coordinated to provide mannequins, both adult and child mannequins, for our student evaluations.
It seems like the online portion has been pretty adequate in teaching the kids what to do. When they came to do the practice stuff, most of them knew what they were doing already. So it seems like it did a pretty good job of teaching them all the steps and things like that.
The online course was good. The questions helped you understand more how to react and figure out what was wrong with the person. I liked it a lot. You learned, especially with the videos, how to actually use the tools that you gained from them.
I thought it was very helpful because I could do it on my own time, and in classrooms I kind of just go off in space, so when I got my own time it was easier.
I think the class was pretty fun, actually.
The skill evaluation training was a breeze. You know, we as teachers, myself and Mr. Terpster, we went through the program online. We did the online stuff first, and I really enjoyed that because I got to see the videos that they would see, the kids, beforehand. So I could kind of prepare myself for what I was going to say during the videos. And then going and doing the online training where we actually were tested was very open. The people there were really nice. They helped us, walked us through it. So that worked out really great.
I definitely think CPR should be a mandatory high school requirement for various reasons. I mean, it's something everybody should learn how to do. I think it's easy enough to, and it's taken about a week of our time, so it's hardly any extra time at all.
I think it should be because, I mean, you can be walking down the hallway of your own school and your classmate could, you know, have a heart attack or something. And I think everyone should be prepared for it. So
I think in real world situations you need to know how to deal with those things and help them as much as you can.
I think it'd be a good idea too.
I think that everybody should know how to do it because people who do know how to do it might not always be there when the person needs the CPR. So if everybody knew how to do it, it'd be all good.
Yeah, I think it should be a mandatory thing, just because it's a good thing to have when you're out in the world, that if you can just save a life and you're good. So.
Yeah, I think CPR should be a mandatory course to take.
Yeah, it's definitely something everyone can use in life.
I think that making CPR mandatory for graduation in high school would be an excellent idea. I think that now, you know, at this time, for this age group especially, I don't think that the kids would mind. I don't think they would complain. I actually think they'd be very excited because, like I said, I have kids who are lining up at my door wanting to be tested in CPR. They see what the other kids are doing and they're curious. They want to know what's going on. They want to come in. They want to join the class. So I think making it something that would be mandatory for the kids would not only help them, but it would also help, you know, the rest of us who are out there. You know, if we have a heart attack, and you know, especially us teachers, you know, we're in the classroom with a bunch of high schoolers. If we have a heart attack, you know, we can be assured that we're in the right hands. So I think that'd be a good idea. It was very easy, simple for me to go through online, a very easy system to work with. It's just really simple, really easy to use. It's free, which was awesome. The program itself and all the people who are involved were also very willing to help me in other areas.
Well, I think it would be important for administrators just to consider the fact that while we really strive to have faculty and staff in every place of the building at all times, that there are many times when students might be able to be the first responders to any kind of an emergency situation. So to have the students trained and to have them confident in what to do in an emergency situation actually helps even a trained faculty member, because they're on the same page already. They know what the procedure is going to be. So I would encourage administrators just to consider that program, especially for their high school students, because they will have, I mean, hopefully they never have to come into that situation, but we want them to be well equipped if that situation ever arises, so that they can think clearly and have practiced that without having to go into a panic, and they can handle the situation.